Hello guys and welcome to the channel, hope you guys are doing well. So in this video we are going to talk about evolution and history of Internet. Let's start. The Internet as we know it today is a vast, interconnected network that has transformed how we communicate, work, learn, and interact. But it wasn't always this way. The origin of the Internet dates back to the 1950s when the world was grappling with the Cold War, and researchers sought to create a communication system that could withstand disruptions. From its humble beginnings as a military project to the global web it is now, the history of the Internet is a tale of human ingenuity, collaboration, and the relentless pursuit of connectivity and a fascinating journey of innovation, collaboration, and rapid technological advancement. Key milestones in Internet history. 1969, launch of ARPANET, the first operational packet switching network. 1971, the first email is sent by Ray Tomlinson. 1983, adoption of TCP/IP as the standard protocol for ARPANET. 1989 to 1990, Tim Berners-Lee invents the World Wide Web. 1993, the first graphical web browser, Mosaic, is released. 1998, Google is founded, revolutionizing search engines. 2007, the iPhone introduces widespread mobile Internet access. 2010s, rise of cloud computing, social media, and streaming services. The story of multiple pioneers. While no single person can claim to have invented the Internet, it emerged through the collaborative efforts of numerous brilliant minds over several decades. Let's explore the key figures and their contributions that shaped the modern Internet. Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn, known as the fathers of the Internet. Key contributions. Invented TCP/IP protocol in 1974. Created the foundation for data transmission. Developed Internet architecture. Established basic Internet communication standards. The complete history of the Internet, and year-by-year evolution. This year-by-year guide will explore its complete evolution, from ideation during wartime to the present day in 2024, giving you a deeper understanding of how it came to be. 1940s, early foundations and the World War II connection. 1945. Vannevar Bush, an American engineer, published an article titled, As We May Think, envisioning a system called the Memex, a theoretical device that could store all of an individual's books, records, and communications. This foresight laid the conceptual groundwork for the idea of hypertext and linked data, critical elements of the future Internet. Story connection. Bush's work emerged from his leadership in the U.S. Office of Scientific Research and Development during World War II. His efforts to coordinate wartime technology inspired ideas about information sharing on a grand scale, ultimately contributing to the Internet's ideation point 1950s, the seed of ideation. 1950 to 1958. Cold War influence. As tensions mounted between the USA and the Soviet Union, fears of technological inferiority took hold in the United States. This environment catalyzed technological innovation, particularly in defense and communication. Story of ARPA creation. In 1957, the Soviet launch of Sputnik led the U.S. to create the Advanced Research Projects Agency, ARPA, focusing on cutting-edge technology that could ensure American superiority. 1960s, the birth of networking concepts. 1962. J.C.R. Licklider's vision. Psychologist and computer scientist J.C.R. Licklider wrote about an intergalactic computer network. His ideas laid the foundation for what would eventually become the Internet, envisioning computers communicating with each other seamlessly. 1965. First Wide Area Network, WAN, experiment. Lawrence Roberts, working at MIT, connected computers over a telephone line, demonstrating the potential for data communication between distant systems. This marked the first step toward large-scale networking. 1969. Birth of ARPANET. Funded by the U.S. Department of Defense, ARPANET was the world's first packet switching network. The first message, LO, intended to be login, was sent between UCLA and the Stanford Research Institute but crashed mid-transmission, a simple yet monumental moment. 1970s, the foundation of modern networking. 1971. The first email was invented by Ray Tomlinson, who introduced the @ symbol to separate user names from computer names. Email rapidly became the ARPANET's most popular service. Ray Tomlinson sent the first ever email, choosing the @ symbol to separate user names from computer names. This innovation became the backbone of digital communication. 1973. International expansion. ARPANET went global when a node was added in Norway, marking the first international connection and setting the stage for a global communication network. The concept of networking protocols took a leap forward with Robert Cohen and Vinton Cerf designing TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol/Internet Protocol. TCP/IP would later become the standard protocol for the Internet. 1974. The term Internet. Vinton Cerf and Bob Kahn proposed a new protocol called TCP, Transmission Control Protocol. It was during this period that the term Internet was used for the first time, referring to their idea of interconnected networks. 1976. Queen Elizabeth II sent her first email, making her one of the first heads of state to communicate using this emerging technology. 1978. Birth of TCP/IP protocol. Cerf and Kahn's development of TCP/IP became the primary protocol suite for the Internet, establishing a standardized method for network communication. The first spam email was sent by a marketer named Gary Thurk to ARPANET users, marking the beginning of digital marketing, though it was highly controversial. 1980s, from academic network to public service. 1983. Transition to TCP/IP. On January 1, 1983, ARPANET switched entirely to TCP/IP, marking the official birth of the modern Internet as we know it. This event is celebrated as the beginning of all Internet communications. The domain name system, DNS. Paul Macapetris invented the DNS, introducing domains like .com, .org, and .edu, making the Internet more user-friendly. 1984. The domain name system, DNS, was introduced, creating recognizable addresses such as .com, .org, and .net. This simplified the way people accessed websites, making it more user-friendly. 1985. First registered domain name, Symbolics.com became the first domain name to be registered, marking the beginning of domain name usage that would soon become central to Internet navigation. 1989. The World Wide Web is conceived. Tim Berners-Lee, a British scientist working at CERN, proposed an idea for a distributed information system that became the World Wide Web. His goal was to create a way to link and access documents over the Internet using hyperlinks. 1990s, the rise of the web and commercial Internet. 1990. www code released. Berners-Lee wrote the first web page editor and browser, and the www was officially born. It was the dawn of websites and web pages. Berners-Lee developed the first web browser and web server, bringing his idea of the World Wide Web to life. This marked the beginning of web browsing and laid the foundation for websites and content sharing. ARPANET shutdown. ARPANET, which had become obsolete, was decommissioned, officially passing the torch to the modern Internet. 1991. The World Wide Web was publicly released, enabling people to share and access documents and websites through a standardized system. 1993. Mosaic browser. Mark Andreessen and Eric Bina developed Mosaic, the first popular web browser that brought a graphical interface to the web. This innovation allowed non-technical people to explore the web easily. The Mosaic web browser was introduced, making the web accessible to everyday users by incorporating graphics and an easy-to-use interface. This helped fuel the Internet's exponential growth. 1994. Launch of Netscape. Netscape Navigator became the first widely used commercial web browser and played a huge role in making the Internet more accessible to everyday users. Amazon and Yahoo were founded, symbolizing the rise of e-commerce and online search services. 1995. Commercialization of the Internet. Netscape went public, igniting the browser wars with Microsoft's Internet Explorer. eBay also launched, furthering the commercial potential of the web. World Wide Web Consortium, W3C. Tim Berners-Lee founded the W3C to standardize web protocols and ensure the growth of the Internet as a free and open platform. The introduction of the Java programming language allowed dynamic content to be created on web pages. 1998. Google's founding, Larry Page and Sergey Brin launched Google, fundamentally changing how people accessed information. Its search algorithm quickly became the most efficient way to find information online. 2000s, the explosion of social media and mobile internet. 2001. Wikipedia launched, a free, collaborative online encyclopedia. Wikipedia became one of the most visited websites on the internet, transforming the way knowledge was shared. 2004. Facebook is born, originally a social network for college students. Facebook, now known as Meta, founded by Mark Zuckerberg, rapidly expanded to become one of the largest social platforms in the world. 2005. YouTube's founding, the video-sharing platform YouTube transformed content creation and consumption, giving rise to video blogging, vlogging, and viral content. 2007. Launch of the iPhone. Apple's iPhone ushered in the era of mobile internet. With touchscreens and powerful web browsers, the mobile revolution accelerated internet adoption worldwide. 2008. The Google Chrome browser debuted, offering faster browsing speeds and setting new standards for web performance. 2010s, the age of connectivity, apps, and social influence. 2010. Instagram launched, focused on sharing photos and short videos. Instagram changed the landscape of social media and influencer culture. 2011. Snapchat was founded, introducing ephemeral content and reshaping how people communicate online. 2013. Edward Snowden revelations. Leaks by former NSA contractor Edward Snowden exposed the extent of global digital surveillance, sparking worldwide debate about online privacy and government oversight. 2015. Internet of Things, IoT. The term gained popularity as devices from thermostats to cars became connected to the Internet, transforming everyday objects into smart devices. 2016. Artificial intelligence and Internet integration, AI technologies, chatbots, and smart assistants like Amazon's Alexa and Google Assistant became part of everyday Internet usage. 2018. GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, was enforced in the European Union, highlighting privacy concerns and regulating how companies handle user data. 2020s, the era of remote work and AI integration. 2020. COVID-19 pandemic. The Internet became even more essential during the pandemic, with remote work, online education, and virtual events becoming the norm. Services like Zoom saw exponential growth. 2021. The metaverse concept gained traction, with major tech companies like Meta, formerly Facebook, exploring virtual reality spaces for socialization, work, and commerce. 2022. Web3 and decentralization. Conversations around Web3, blockchain, decentralized finance, DeFi, and cryptocurrencies captured global attention, promising a more decentralized internet structure. 2024. AI dominance and internet personalization. AI continues to shape user experiences online. From advanced content recommendations to seamless digital assistance, personalization remains a key driver for the future of the internet. Continued expansion of 5G technology and discussions around AI ethics shape the modern internet, influencing how connectivity is managed and regulated worldwide. The history of the internet is marked by groundbreaking innovations, cultural shifts, and stories of collaboration and competition. As we continue into the future, one thing remains clear: the internet will keep evolving, changing the way we live, connect, and communicate. 2025. Metaverse and virtual reality. By 2025, the metaverse will gain more prominence, with virtual spaces for socializing, working, and shopping. Virtual and augmented reality technologies will create immersive experiences that make the internet feel even more tangible, enabling users to interact with digital content like never before. Ethical AI and privacy concerns. As AI becomes more integral to the Internet, issues around its ethical use and user privacy will become more pressing. Governments and corporations will need to balance innovation with protection of user rights, focusing on data security and transparent AI practices. Quantum computing and the Internet of the future. The rise of quantum computing will revolutionize data processing and encryption. In 2025, quantum-powered Internet services will allow us to solve previously unsolvable problems, transforming sectors like healthcare, finance, and cybersecurity. Expanded Internet accessibility. The Internet will continue to be a tool for global empowerment, with efforts to bridge the digital divide. By 2025, improved access to the Internet in developing regions, coupled with more accessible online tools, will provide greater opportunities for education, healthcare, and economic growth. The Internet has come a long way since its humble beginnings as an academic experiment during the Cold War. From connecting a few computers to a global network that touches nearly every aspect of our lives, the Internet's history is a testament to human ingenuity and the drive for communication. With AI, Web3, and other innovations on the horizon, the Internet's future promises to be as dynamic as its past. That's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed the video and gained knowledge about Internet. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to this channel for videos like this.